I wanted to piggyback on something you told us in the sprint at one point. Because guys have said this before, but like you say, you weren't supposed to be here. Is there something more to that? Like, what makes you say that? You know what I mean? Like, here at Oregon, like the way you talked about life. Is there something more to that?
Yeah, I think it's just having like a humble mindset every day and going into every day, just being grateful that God gave me another day for me to wake up. You know, I think that's just really all it is. And like anybody who said like or doubted that me being here or was the issue, I was just I just gave it all to God, really. So.
You've had a chance to go through a full off season now at Oregon. What's that been like in comparison to Nevada or other places? Like, what's that been like for you?
It's definitely just a whole different play style than I was experiencing at Nevada. Everything is higher tempo. I believe I said that last time. It's just it's a faster game at this level. You know, you got guys like Mateo and Blake Purchase over on the other side. Just seeing that every day definitely helps me just grow as a player. So.
Are there things you've had to do maybe fundamentally to kind of shore up things to I guess, get used to the tempo and the athleticism you're facing now?
Definitely. Coach Terry, he definitely he's been helping me work a lot on just being able to stay in my posture, being able to get out my set faster and staying square to the line. I know offensive line is just a awkward position all around for people to learn and grow into, but I think I had enough experience. I'm going into my 5th year, and that's just the experience part has helped me in being able to Coach Terry being able to take my game to another level. So.
What was your response when you're like the top-rated transfer and like you're an All-American preseason and all of that stuff? How do you deal with that when you're also having to land at a different school and get used to the growing pains of being at a different place where there might be some inherent challenges?
I usually try my best not to pay attention to that, like talks about rankings or like any pre-draft rankings. I just try to take every day, just being where my feet are and just going step by step, and trying to focus where I'm at for the day and just one play at a time.
What have you been working on or focusing on to where 9 months from now you are where you want to be? Whether it's not going to be because a draft ranking has you as a top 10 pick right now or not, but how do you prove them right that you do meet that goal?
I think it's just like what Coach Landon preaches to us every day, just being happy where we're at, and just like how he always tells us just to be grateful for the opportunity to even be here up at Oregon, and just being able to take it every day, just like just being like just humble, just staying humble, and just doing what I need to, because we already have a lot on our plate. So it's just doing each thing one by one, and just taking it slow and easy.
What's your ideal playing weight? Where are you at right now?
I'm at 320 right now. I think that's the ideal weight. I know it's going to probably drop a little or fluctuate throughout the season, but I think 315, 320 is a good playing weight for me.
Going back to just adjusting to Oregon football, going into fall camp, I know a lot of transfers in previous years said that it's just a different level of intensity. How are you getting ready for that?
I think just preparing. It's all in our preparation. So I get here around anywhere from 5 to 5:30 every day, getting a good stretch in, making sure I do my prehab and stuff, my rehab when I get back home, and just making sure I'm in the playbook and studying all my plays that I got for the night before, because we all usually have our install the night before, and just going over the little details and nuances of each play, and just being all around or being consistent all around with what I do. So.
Yeah, and then the Big Ten is one of, if not the most physical conferences in college football, and a lot of games are decided in the trenches. How are you preparing for that specifically, and how confident do you feel in yourself heading into playing in this conference?
I think, like you said, the Big Ten, the trenches is really where a lot of the games lie. I think Coach Love has been doing a good job of getting me stronger. I know that was one of the things that people said I struggled with was my strength. I've been this whole offseason just getting stronger with him, getting my numbers up, and trying to translate the strength that I earn in the weight room over to the field. And we do a lot of football stuff. Like, that's one thing I can say. Here we do a lot of our stuff is mainly football. We do it's just most of our stuff is football incorporated. So
Someone you bought your game after you look at the NFL. Someone you watch film. I'll watch tape of.
I'm on my game after a lot of people. I kind of try to be an avatar when it comes to modeling after different people's games. But I think the top 3 people I watched were Panay Sewell, an Oregon great. I watched a lot of Joe Thomas, and definitely Trent Williams, since he was on the West Coast for a lot of his time over with the 49ers. And I think that's the 3 people I can say, like, I watched a lot of their film and try to study and play.
Both Bedford and Poncho are saying you're one of the big personalities in the O-line room, and that that's kind of maybe get you comfortable with everything. Is that just kind of your natural demeanor? You're just kind of a goofy, silly guy?
Yeah. I just like to. I'm just happy most. I'm grateful for the position I'm in, so that comes with like whatever, any shenanigans. I try to be, I don't know, as fun as possible. I don't like to just being the same and having the same I guess a stoic demeanor. Well, I mean, I like just I don't know, just bringing happiness and joy everywhere I go. So
Is that kind of the way you've always been?
yeah, pretty much. A lot of people always say I got a smile on my face. I really wouldn't notice, but yeah, I just try to stay that way. You know, I got a lot to be grateful for, so I'm happy for the position I'm in.
Has it been easier coming up here when you knew like Jaleel and maybe KJ a little bit, just guys from your same high school?
Right, yeah. Like I told somebody before, I told a lot of people this, but Jaleel was one of the big reasons of me transferring, because like you said, we go back all the way since high school, and he gave me the rundown before I even came here of like what it would take for me to play here. And we would always talk during the off season, and I would ask him what it's like and stuff. So I think it's just like being in contact with him and KJ, and his dad was always a big influence around Lincoln. So yeah, just knowing them, definitely.
Isaiah, Coach Terry's kind of been making a name for himself as a really good coach. But what have been some of your takeaways from him in the short time that you've been here in Eugene?
I just love the way Coach Terry approaches everything. He just has a eagerness to he makes it he makes you want to learn about football and stuff. And he goes over every detail of the O-line position, honestly, and the different techniques we use. You see he shows the teach tape that comes along with it, and he shows what he's talking about actually works in the league. And he coaches around some guys like Laramie Tunsil, and it's just seeing the work that he's coached people up with. It definitely helps. You're seeing it on film and him having the tapes.